The key is with men. When I'm with a man and I want to negotiate, I want to make sure that I don't put myself above him, but I let him know that I have experience that will make his problem easier to solve. Okay, and I have to own that experience. It's very important. Otherwise, if I'm just saying, well, I have a better idea, then it's like, oh, are you saying you're better than me? But if you, before you bring out my good idea, why I can get this done, why I have the best answer, explore more experience that you've had with the situation. But at the same time, ask him about the problem, okay, and then tell me about the challenge. And you use these magic phrases, and these are the same magic phrases I suggest for women to use with men, but it's also important for men to do it and for men to remember to do it. And that is messages like, well, that's a good idea. And, well, what did you do in the past? Well, that makes sense. So that makes sense. That's a good idea. And you're right. Whenever you say those things to a man, it's a good idea. That makes sense. You're right. It gives him a boost of the hormone testosterone. Now, when testosterone rises is when you get a message that says that you are respectable, that you are successful, that you are worthy of appreciation. So when you have that sense, a message that says that, a man will get a boost of testosterone. And when he has a boost of testosterone, what occurs is any fear that he has will dissipate. You see, it's fear that often keeps people from saying, yes, let's sign on the dotted line. You want to make a person feel safe and fearless. Well, it's the hormone testosterone that makes men separate from their fear. And it's the hormone oxytocin for women that helps women feel the need for somebody to help them with their fear. I trust that you'll be able to take care of me. Whereas when you build testosterone up in a man, he realizes that I have no fear, so I'm going to make the best decision. And so his fear, whether it be conscious or unconscious, doesn't hold him back. And anything you can do to give a message to a man that he is, in your eyes, successful, but at the same time, you have the power to make him more successful based upon what you can do for him, which is always has to be presented from the past experiences that you've had. So, people will say to me, particularly when I'm in counseling couples, which is really kind of a negotiation between men and women, where I'm trying to negotiate them so they love each other again. With a man, he will always often say, well, you're the one who's got the PhD. Well, you spent years and years. You've probably seen this in hundreds of couples. And I'll go, yes, yes. So many times I've been through this, so many times. And then it's like he has to have a reason to say, I'll do what you suggest. He has to have a reason to say, you're better than me. But while I interact with him, there's a sense of camaraderie, a sense of equality, but I have my expertise because I've studied this, or I've been through 50 situations like this. I know all the bumps in the road. I can get this done. Now, that's very important to give to men, that message. But if I was to give that message to a woman, she's like, oh, so you're Mr. Know-it-all, and so you don't care what I think at all, and you don't realize that my challenges are different from everybody else's. Women want to be unique and different and special and important, and you're going to take care of me, you're going to take the time to listen to me, and so forth.